It's off the tracks. It's Jhett. It's Rafe.
It's been a while.
God, it's been a while. I missed it.
Oh, yeah.
We were quarantined. I was quarantined for 2 weeks.
He was.
So we couldn't get
Not
to
me.
school, unfortunately. But kind of is what it is. First of all, before we get into the show today, a couple things that we want to address. First of all, rest in peace, Joe Morgan.
For sure. Baseball legend.
Greatest second baseman of all time, if you ask me. One of the best baseball players to ever play the game. Rest in peace. Thoughts and prayers to Joe's family, friends, and anyone that was close to him. Second of all, thank you guys so much for the outpour of support
Yeah.
to the podcast. We
crazy
hit 30
support.
subscribers, I think, just
30
as we were
subs
sitting
right
here.
now. Yeah, just checked.
Like we were just sitting here, and we hit 30 subscribers. We had, 227 on the views?
227 views.
And I want
is
to talk about
a
the
lot.
views. Because you guys are not watching the podcast.
We got like an average watch time, like 5 minutes.
Why are you guys not watching them?
No, just kidding. It's all right. We appreciate the support,
seriously,
though.
thank you guys. I've had people come up to me in school, come up to me out in the streets. What's up?
Yeah.
Thank you. The podcast is great. Just texting me, messaging me. So thank you guys so much.
Yeah,
I appreciate it.
I was definitely expecting support from the community, but
Not that
not
much.
like that.
Not that much. I didn't even think we'd break.
I wasn't even expecting 100 views.
I was not expecting 50 views. I wasn't expecting anything. I think we did a good job, though. Of getting it out to people and sponsoring it.
We finally got everything figured out, I think.
I don't want to say that because
But we're gonna have an issue now that I said that. But we've got our pages pretty much set up.
right.
We're on Instagram now at the Off the Tracks Pod.
We're on
for sure. You can go follow that.
Right. We are also on iTunes and Spotify now.
Yes. So
Episode 1 is up. We had a little bit of confusion with episode 2, getting it up on SoundCloud and everything.
it'll be up though.
We are going to try and get that up. You should be seeing this tomorrow on Sunday.
Yeah.
Football Sunday.
So now that we've got everything figured out, fingers crossed. I think we actually have a schedule now. So instead of Wednesdays, I think we've decided on Sundays.
We're thinking of switching to Sundays.
because we can get it out that early. And
Get it out as quick as possible.
Yeah, we think the earlier the better, since we go
Right.
over weekly topics.
Right. So we're thinking hopefully a Sunday released on Football Sundays. We're talking about Football Sundays.
New segment today, so stay tuned for that.
New segment coming soon, but before we get to that,
we get to that,
we got to get the soundboard pulled up here.
soundboard. We're still getting used to this. Jesus, that's loud. We got some sad music. I think you know what it's time for.
It's time for our weekly installment of the New York Jets Suck. And we've got a good one this week. Boy, oh boy, do we have a good one.
It's action-packed.
We cut Le'Veon Bell. That's right. We cut Le'Veon Bell. We cut him!
I was hoping the Bears would pick him up,
No, he targeted the next 3 teams the Jets play. The Dolphins, Bills, Chiefs were the next 3 teams on the Jets schedule.
Send a
and I'm
statement.
telling
I like
you this
it.
much. Anyone watching this podcast right now, all Jets fans are wanting Le'Veon Bell to rush for 200 yards and 4 touchdowns. Every single Jets fan out there right now wants that.
Yeah, I saw there was a few fans that were mad. They're like, because how Jamal Adams left, and they were like, Le'Veon Bell kind of was mad at him. But this is a completely different situation.
This is totally different because Jamal Adams was seriously, I hated Jamal Adams. But now that I'm seeing all this happen, I'm kind of like, I see why you wanted out of here because it's disgusting here. And Le'Veon was just so misused. He had as many receptions as Trayvon Wesco. Trayvon Wesco has as many receptions as him. He's not getting the receptions that he needs. He's not getting the ball handed off to him enough. LaMichael Perrine, our rookie running back we just drafted this year, Frank Gore is getting more touches than him. It just disgusts me because I love Le'Veon Bell. I was going to wear my Le'Veon Bell shirt. It's like Jets got juice, and I was going to put Chiefs over the Jets part. But I decided not to. And it's frustrating. You've got everyone hates Adam Gase. How does Adam Gase have of a job? I don't know. I want him fired. That would make me really happy if
Are they even going to pull the trigger this year?
They said they're not. They said they're going to let him ride it out, but then I saw some reports come out that that it could be done sooner rather than later, maybe November.
Yeah.
That's too long. They play the Dolphins this week. We have some friends coming over to watch it with us. I get to be embarrassed in front of everyone to be a Jets fan. It's brutal. And it's Tuesday night. They cut him. I was about to, we had just had basketball practice. I was about to get in the shower. I saw it before I got in, and I was just sitting there in the shower just like, I'm not a Jets fan anymore. I can't do it anymore.
Just like one of those movie moments where the water's just running over your face.
And
Yeah, you're just questioning your life decisions. And decisions that you couldn't even make. You were named after them.
I was named after the team.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
I know Mom and Dad is watching this right now. I know they're watching it.
Oh, well.
I don't know. They just do so much stupid stuff, man. They're playing we just drafted a rookie quarterback this year. Just drafted him.
Right.
They're not playing him. They're playing Joe Flacco.
So you guys have 3 quarterbacks?
We have Sam Darnold, Joe Flacco, and then I can't even think of the guy's name, to be honest with you. It's James Morgan, I think, something like that. They're not playing him. They're not letting LaMichael Perine. Dude, just let it ride out. We know we're going 0-16. Just
might as well try it. Never know.
You never know. You could have James Morgan could be a stud. LaMichael Perine could be a stud. You know, Sam Darnold's not playing. They're going to trade Sam Darnold. And I'm going to say this right now. I'm going to look into the camera right here. I told your dad this. Sam Darnold's getting traded to the Bears.
I will happily take him. I'm not going to lie to you.
Sam Darnold's getting traded to the Bears. They're going to give up a second rounder.
Anthony Miller. We'll send him to the Jets.
I'll do that in a heartbeat.
Think so? I saw that on Instagram. Somebody made like mock trades.
Fourth rounder and Anthony Miller. I'll do that in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't want to do it, but if we do get the number 1 overall pick and we are going to trade, I want to. Plus, we'll also sign Allen Robinson in the free agency. We'll get to that in a minute, though. We'll get to free agency in a minute, though. We'll get to free agency in a minute, though. Mark my words, Sam Darnold will play for the Bears next season, and he will win a Super Bowl with the Bears. Maybe not next year, but he will lead the Chicago Bears to a Super Bowl. Mark my words. He's going to be the next Drew Brees. Drew Brees was in San Diego with the Chargers.
Yeah.
They draft Phillip Rivers. They trade him to the Saints. And Drew Brees is one of the greatest quarterbacks, one of the greatest players to ever play the game. Mark my words. I'm telling you guys right now. Free agency, though.
Free agency.
Number 1 on my list is Allen Robinson.
A-Rob. Man, the Bears need to re-sign him.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think right now they're just trying to figure out their whole quarterback situation. You know, what to do with old Mitchell.
God,
I think once they figure that out, there'll probably be a chain reaction of moves that they make.
Yeah.
Because they're kind of just stuck.
Top of my list for me is Juju Smith-Schuster or Allen Robinson. Juju Smith-Schuster is not going to leave Steelers, I don't think. Bring in Allen Robinson. There's already tension there. I want to bring in Joe Thuney, offensive lineman from the Patriots, I believe. And you know what? Ideally, do we get Allen Robinson? Probably not. I wouldn't mind seeing him go after tight end Hunter Henry from the Chargers. There's so much. We have a good amount of money this year. I think Joe Douglas. God, as much as I'm starting to really dislike Joe Douglas a little bit. But you know, if we overpaid for a guy last year, we'd still be 0-5. So I mean, I guess he was kind of right. How much do you think he knew? Do you think he knew we would suck this bad?
I don't know.
Because we're bad, man. We're not good.
The Bears, they kind of squeaked to 4-1.
They did.
Tom Brady forgot what down it was.
Oh, my gosh.
Does that mean he's getting old? Can we finally say he's getting old now?
Dude, I was talking to Mr. Oxley, I think, and we were talking. I think that Tom Brady might just be a system quarterback, man. I think he might be a system quarterback. He's not been playing so hot.
No.
He's not playing so hot.
First few weeks, they were blaming it on chemistry. There was no preseason games, which, I mean,
that's fair.
It kind of made, I gave it to him, but now I feel like is the time you need to start winning some games.
Yeah. What, they're 2-3?
Not make mistakes like
I believe they're 2-3. They're making some big mistakes. Tom Brady can't figure it out. He's not doing so hot at all.
A lot of penalties on that Buccaneers team.
Penalties.
I was watching. I was only able to watch the second half of that game after my practice, and holy crap, that was a lot of penalties.
Yeah, it's kind of like the Jets.
And it was some dumb penalties too. They had a drive going, and they were in the red zone. They'd get a dumb offsides.
Right.
Personal or unsportsmanlike conduct. You know, stuff like that. That just sends them way back. Yeah.
Those break your back. The Jets do that all the time. They would get teams on third down. You got a late hit. You got
Yeah.
unsportsmanlike conduct. You got stupid stuff that doesn't need to happen. A lot of teams do that, man, and I think that coaches got to enforce that a little bit more.
Yeah.
But it is what it is at the end of the day. So who's on the top of your list? I would say that the top of your list is the same as mine. It's Allen Robinson.
Yeah. I mean, I would prefer him to be extended this year and not wait till free agency, but I guess we'll see. I don't know. I think first thing we need to figure out like if there's a trade market for Mitch Trubisky, if we can get rid of him, figure something out with the whole quarterback situation. Because if we don't have a good quarterback, we're not going to win.
Right. That's just how football is. If you don't have a good quarterback, you're not going to win games. It's just kind of.
But Nick Foles keeps.
Oh my God.
Figuring out somehow.
Oh, Nicholas. I don't
Big
think
Nick,
he's that good.
as Khalil Mack called him. I don't think he's good either.
I don't think he's that good.
I tell everybody this. I'd rather have him out there than Mitch Trubisky right now.
But I was having a conversation actually with Adam. Actually, Adam, shout out to you. Oh, I think Adam will probably be watching this one. Adam is following our SoundCloud page.
Yeah, I did see that. Whenever I was trying to upload the second episode, but it didn't work.
So Adam, what's up, man? Adam and I were having a conversation. Who is better, Nick Foles or Sam Darnold? You know who I'm giving it to.
Yeah, I mean, I would have to agree that it's Sam Darnold, just based on the potential that's there, the flashes that he shows.
Right.
And, I mean, you got to look at what he has to deal with.
He's got nothing. I was also I think that if the Jets would have drafted Patrick Mahomes, we had the 6th overall pick that year, I believe. If the Jets would have drafted Patrick Mahomes that year, Patrick Mahomes would not be good. He would be in the same situation right now.
Yeah.
Same if we would have drafted Deshaun Watson. Same if we would have drafted Lamar Jackson. Same if we would have drafted Josh Allen. They'd be in the same exact situation. Plug anyone into the Jets' offense right now, and they're having a bad year. I don't care who it is. They're having a bad year, and I'll stand by that.
So, on to baseball. I think, is this the first podcast since the Reds lost?
This is the first podcast since the Reds lost.
So, yeah. We've had some time to take it in, so we're not as upset as what we once were, but still.
I was very upset, and actually this last weekend, I got my Respect Cincinnati shirt in.
Yeah.
I told Mom, I said it's a bit too late for that.
Yeah.
It's a little late. How do you not score a run?
Right. Like, I mean, okay. Obviously, there was a bright spot, which was the pitching.
God, the pitching was so good. The Braves offense.
You hold the Braves offense to 0 runs for what? 12 innings, 13 innings? Well, they scored one in that 13th inning.
Then you had him down.
You have to win that game.
Yes.
You have to.
I think that might have been Bauer's.
You think so? Man, he keeps teasing stuff on Twitter and stuff. If you don't
That's
follow,
just because he's a baseball
I know.
guy.
I'm not really looking into it, but it's still like
just trying to get fans interacting with the game.
I
love that.
If you don't follow Trevor Bauer on Twitter, follow him on Twitter.
He's
just like he is in real life, but turn it up a little bit on Twitter because it's funny.
He's awesome, man.
It's a good follow.
I'd love to see him come back to
I hope he does. I hope he does. That's got to be the number one priority for the Reds.
Oh my God, give him as much money as he wants.
Ask him whatever he wants. You want 1 year? You want multi-year? How much money?
Don't be stingy either. 1 year, $100 million. Give it to him.
Yeah,
give it to him. You make that money back.
I mean, when's the last time the Reds have had a Cy Young winner? It's been a while.
That's a good question. Hold on a minute.
I don't remember. I saw something. I don't remember exactly when it was, but it's been a while. When's the last time the Reds have even had a good pitching staff?
Probably you gotta go back to the 90s. Probably 1990.
Yeah.
We kind of had a good pitching staff last playoff run. I mean, a decent
Cueto.
bullpen. J.J. Hoover was kind of good. Jonathan Broxton was kind of good. I see Cueto, but Cueto didn't win.
He didn't win a Cy Young, no.
A Cy Young, did he?
No.
Why can't I?
Let me see if I can find it.
I was gonna say Jose Rijo, but the year he won MVP or World Series MVP, he didn't really have an amazing regular season.
I'm on the same thing you are. Interesting.
It
said a long list, but I'm not reading that.
Yeah,
it's not a list. It's a whole article.
I think it's Jose Rijo.
It's been a while. Just know that.
I'm thinking it's Jose Rijo in 91.
But, the Reds got bounced. Our hope for the postseason went away pretty quick. But, we got? The Astros and Rays.
Astros, Rays. The Rays, dear God, dude.
Man, I'm sorry, but I just don't want the Astros to win.
You had a 3-0 lead, Tampa Bay, and now you're playing in a Game 7. Now you're playing in a Game 7.
Before we move on there, how about the Yankees?
The Rays are tough, man. And they go 3-0 on the Astros. I was like, oh my God, this Rays team's insane.
Okay, do you remember the whole pitching situation that the Yankees manager did? That everybody's saying cost him that one game. I think it was Game 3, maybe.
Put Chapman
They changed the pitcher. No. They changed their starting pitcher. I think.
I don't remember that. I'm sure. I don't remember that.
I'm pretty sure they like put in like some rookie starting pitcher or something. I don't know. There was something that happened with their starting pitcher in like Game 3, I think it was, and like their announcer was not happy about it because they lost. And he's like,
Aaron Boone's been getting a lot of heat, but I think Aaron Boone's a fantastic manager. I didn't like Joe Girardi much. I didn't think Joe Girardi could get it done, especially after he handled the Astros series in 2017. I really wanted him gone. And now you got Aaron Boone in there, and I think Aaron Boone's the right man for the job. And I think he should be there to stay.
yeah. Anyways, back to Astros, Rays, and then we got Dodgers and
Braves.
Yeah.
Braves are looking to choke that one too, huh?
Yeah. Early it looked like it was going to be Braves and Rays.
Now we don't
question. Yeah, now it's like...
Man, baseball's a weird world. Last time this happened, this is the only other time this happened, was the 2004 Red Sox. I believe that was the Red Sox in the ALCS against the Yankees. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that's who it was. I think that was the year 2004. They win a World Series that year. No, they won it in 2003. They lost in the World Series that year, I think. They did make it to the World Series, though. They did win.
They did win.
Nice, dude. Actually, not nice.
Beat the Cardinals.
Kind of hate the Red Sox, low-key. But they then won it in 2013, 2018. But, yeah, that was the last time it's happened. And I think it's insane if you come back from down 3-0. And
especially in baseball.
Can win. You know, that's wild, man. You're looking at playing down for 36 innings, essentially. That's insane to me. How you can even manage combat. And do the Astros win? Do they play tonight or tomorroar? Do they win though?
The Astros? I hope not. I'm pulling for the Rays.
I hate the Astros.
After they cheat, man.
No, I don't even care. Don't even sugarcoat it. The Astros, I hate you.
Yeah.
I cannot stand you. You guys are cheaters. You guys should not be allowed. I don't even think you guys.
They shouldn't even have the championship.
No, God no. But Rob Manfred said it's just a piece of metal. So
well. If your commissioner is saying that about your league's championship...
You can't see, but my foot's tapping under the table. Just thinking about Rob Manfred's face.
Speaking of Trevor Bauer on Twitter, he tweeted something. It was after the Correa walk-off home run.
Yeah.
And he was kind of like...
Yeah, giving him props.
Yeah.
And then people in the comments were like, you're supposed to destroy them, not join them.
Yeah. Yeah, it was... I definitely didn't expect that.
But that's just to get all 30 teams involved.
Yeah.
With the Trevor Bauer sweepstakes.
Yeah.
Truly. That's what it is. And I love it. Truly I do. Because you're getting people involved in the game. And it's just amazing to see people get involved with the game of baseball because it's awesome, man. It's awesome seeing people come to the sport of baseball when it's, I don't want to say on its way out.
It needs it.
But it's really in a dark spot, I think, and you just don't want to see that for a game like baseball. It's one of the more popular games on the face of the earth.
Yeah, and it can be. It definitely can be. Easily the number one sport in America, anyway.
You've got guys like Fernando Tatis Jr., Acuna Jr., and their Ozzy Albies that have fun playing the game. Trevor Bauer that are electric, that are so much fun to watch. You've got those guys in the league.
You have to support those guys and their celebrations and their content that they put out outside of the league.
You got to get them in. You got to push them out there because that's big, man. That's big. Trevor Bauer's the guy you need, man. Trevor Bauer for commissioner.
Yeah.
Trevor Bauer for commissioner.
I don't care where he goes. I hope he stays with the Reds. But
I hope he stays with the Reds.
I'm pretty sure he'll be my favorite player for the rest of my life.
How much fun he is.
He's so much fun.
Yeah.
To watch. If you don't watch his vlogs or haven't watched his vlogs from the season, go watch them. They're very entertaining.
It's fun too because they take you inside the game.
It's behind the. I love behind the scenes stuff for professional sports. I will always watch stuff like that.
It just takes you inside the game, and That's awesome. That's awesome. Just again, it makes people, the younger kids, love seeing that. And they're like, man, I want to do that.
It gets more people playing the game.
Yeah.
Gets more people watching.
You know, I mean, now the second you get a little 12-year-olds walking off the mountain screaming, you know, you might get in a little situation there.
Yeah.
However,
but you know, they do it every once in a while.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
big playoff game.
The Braves and the Dodgers, man. The Braves were manhandling the Dodgers.
Yeah, everybody thought the Dodgers were back to their former selves.
Clayton Kershaw,
choking in the playoffs. Yeah, Kershaw.
We said it.
Yeah.
We called it.
Yeah, Kershaw not showing up again.
Surprise.
But
they
kept themselves in it.
It's 3-2. Braves are up. I hope the Braves win. If the Braves win on the next podcast, you'll probably see me in my Acuna Jr. jersey. So,
yeah,
I want the Braves to win it all.
I wouldn't mind seeing the Braves win, even though
I know they beat the Reds.
Yeah, beat the Reds, but
who cares?
I mean,
who cares?
I'd say either the Braves or Rays, just because.
Yeah, I agree.
The Dodgers, who wants to see them win? Everybody hates the Astros.
Everyone hates the Astros. If you don't hate the Astros, you're not a baseball fan.
Yeah.
Unless you're an Astros fan and they're like, oh, baseball's baseball. You know, go beat a trash can. I want to get back to our new segment.
We left football.
We did
behind.
leave the football round.
So let's get into the new segment.
Let's get back into it. You didn't make
going back
the
to
list.
No, I had like midterms this week and stuff, so I was supposed to make a list for this too, but it's only Jett this week.
I made some predictions for our top fantasy performers at each position.
So hopefully, if we have this out in time, you can follow the 0-4 guy in our league and take his advice on his fantasy team. No, I wasn't supposed to say that.
I'm 1-4, by the way.
Oh yeah, you won?
I'm 1-4.
I forgot. I didn't check. I'm 5-0.
I'm 4-1 in my main.
I forgot
league,
we had another week 5 already happened.
Do you want to hear my fantasy?
Yeah,
team,
just go ahead. Just go ahead. Do your fantasy.
My main league is a stud team, dude.
I'm just kidding. Yeah, he's in like how many different leagues?
3 leagues.
So
and
the one league doesn't matter.
Yeah, I don't really care about that one. I'm the defending champ in that one. At quarterback, I think our top performer of the week is going to be Aaron Rodgers. He's playing the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Buccaneers' pass defense has been struggling, man.
The Bears beat them, so if that tells you anything.
Plus, also, Aaron Rodgers is going to be the top performer because
he's Aaron Rodgers.
Because Russell Wilson's not playing this week.
Oh.
On a bye week.
They are.
I know you love me. I know you love some Aaron Rodgers.
Oh,
I
boy.
know you love some Aaron Rodgers.
I just love watching Aaron Rodgers throw for 400 yards, 8 touchdowns every week.
I know you love seeing that. My top running back performer of the week is Ezekiel Elliott, simply because of Dak Prescott. Thoughts and prayers.
That was
him. That was brutal to watch.
It was tough to watch.
Wasn't just a cramp, Tony.
No, it was not just a cramp. It's not funny, but it is funny.
It is,
He said this man broke his whole ankle. His foot was turned to the other side, and Tony Romo goes,
"Man, you hope it's a cramp.
You hope it's a cramp." That was clearly not a cramp. I don't know what he was watching. His foot was turned the whole other way. A cramp?
It's just wild to me, man. But, prayers to Dak. Chandler Jones is also out for the Cardinals. That's who the Cowboys play this week. So that's a big player on defense that they're going to be missing. So I think that Ezekiel Elliott's going to have a pretty big game. Nothing about Andy Dalton. We do have Andy Dalton included later in this list. My wide receiver, my top performing wide receiver for the week, I'm thinking it's going to be Adam Thielen. Dalvin Cook's out. I saw you pick up Madison.
I did, yeah, just because Dalvin Cook's out. So
I saw you pick him up. That's a good fantasy move for a 5-0 team, right?
That's right. I'm staying on top of it.
God, I hope Rafe doesn't win again. Adam Thielen's had a great year.
We knew it was going to happen. One of these times, it finally happened. Oh, well, if we have a blooper reel, that's making it.
That's the first one right there. Thoughts on a blooper
reel? Thoughts on comment if you want to see a blooper reel, if we ever have one. I don't even know how to put this back. Dude, I just went to adjust it, and it came off.
You just got to screw it on there.
A little dead time here.
I think you got it.
No, it's not on. Which way? Righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. Stand by, please.
You gotta do it. I think you gotta screw the thing.
Oh, the thing. I was trying to screw the microphone.
I think. Screw it.
Screw what? How many guys? How How many appearances does it take to screw in a microphone?
It's ridiculous. I'm so sorry.
Apparently, too. Our standby music is even
This
long
isn't
enough.
even working.
You know what? I'll just hold it for the rest of the show.
No, it's stupid. Well, there's probably no one else watching the pod. Our average view time is
left.
5.5 minutes. Okay.
I think we're good.
Try and keep yourself under control. Keep tightening if you need to.
There we go.
Are we back?
And we're back.
It's off the tracks.
We knew it was going to happen one of these times. Didn't fall in the lap. I caught it.
Dude,
I had a hand on it. Dude, you were over there too in your list. You're in your list.
And I look over.
I'm like this. Oh, man.
Oh my
That's great.
gosh, dude. Are you
That's
kidding
great,
me?
dude.
Also, this like the whole mic stand has fallen on me one time. So gosh,
So
that happened.
wait for that to happen too. Anyways,
My wide receiver.
back to where you were.
I think I was saying Adam Thielen's having a great year.
Yeah, you're talking about Adam Thielen. I had a microphone in my hand.
He's had two. That's a hot mic. I'm sorry. That's not funny.
No, that was terrible.
200.
That's not the.
That's the calm down music.
Where's the crickets or whatever?
Oh, we got that.
Crickets. Okay.
It's past. It would have been funnier.
Yeah,
if
it's
you wouldn't
just
have played
go.
the calming music.
Just go. Just go.
Let's get back to earth here.
Back to the list.
Let's get back on the tracks. It's off the track.
Veer it back on. Okay.
2 100-yard games for Adam Thielen this year, as well as two touchdown games. So I think he's having a good year anyways, and Dalvin Cook can be out, you know. You never know. My top performing tight end of the year, or of the game.
The week.
The week.
The
I
week.
can't even
You were
focus.
looking for the week.
I can't even
That's the word
focus.
you were looking for there. Week. I got you. Don't worry. I got you.
It's going to be Mike Gesicki, tight end for the Dolphins. He plays against the Jets this week. I feel like that's enough to pick him up and put him in. Kicker this week, Jason Sanders. Dude, he's ranked number 1.
Ranked number 1.
In my league, he's ranked number 1. He was on the waiver wire. So I picked him up.
Might as well pick him up.
Plays the Jets. That's enough said.
Gonna put points on the board.
My top performing defense of the week, I'm predicting it will be the Colts.
Colts have pretty good defense.
They play the
year.
Bengals on top of it all, and I predict them to get about 30 sacks.
30.
The Ravens defense had 32 points last week.
I'm just gonna go out on a limb here. I think they're gonna have a little less than 30 sacks.
We'll probably have a little less than 30. Probably at least over under 7. Over under 7.
Under.
You think under 7?
I'm going under 7.
I'm saying
for Colts
over 7.
sacks.
Over 7.
All right. What are we putting on this?
Nothing.
Okay. Fine. You don't make it fun.
So the Bengals have a lot of sacks and a lot of forced throws, which turn into interceptions for Joey Burrow. Unfortunately, I love Joe Burrow. This looks like a decent list, right?
That's a good list.
I mean,
It's a good list. Considering who they're playing.
Right.
You know.
You're not going to be here next week to even check these, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're going to try and shoot one tomorrow.
We're gonna try and shoot one tomorrow to fill in for next week. I probably won't be able to be here next week because I have games and stuff over the weekend.
It's unlucky.
You know, basketball stuff.
Right.
You know.
I think my waiver wire for the week, if you're looking to pick anyone up at quarterback, Andy Dalton, just to hold on to him. You never know.
Yeah. I mean,
Never know.
the wide receivers for the Dallas Cowboys have been pretty good this year too. So
Yeah. He's looked
and
pretty
it's
good.
and it's Andy Dalton. You
Andy
know,
Dalton
he's
looked pretty
he's-
good. When he came into the game, he threw some good balls. You know, Alexander Madison, we just talked about him. Down Cook's out. Pick him up for the Vikings. You never know. He might just pop off for you. Chase Claypool, my boy, my Notre Dame guy, 4 touchdowns in the game this past week. Dude's a stud. I wanted the Jets to draft him when they had the 48th pick in the draft and said they trade down. Steelers snag him at number 50 in the Jets draft Denzel Mims, who hasn't even played a game yet and probably won't play till the end of November, which kind of sucks. My tight end waiver wire for the week, Eric Ebron, plays for the Steelers. He's had a lot of targets all year long. They haven't been able to translate into points, but they're playing the Browns this week, whose defense kind of struggles, especially against the tight end. The Browns are 4-1 too.
4-1. How about the Browns?
I didn't even. Oh, dude, my goodness.
They got like 3 quarterbacks on that team on the field at the same time.
Actually.
I don't know. Jarvis Landry threw a touchdown pass the other week.
Kicker for the week. Dear God, don't screw this one up. Young Hoku. He plays the Vikings. The Vikings give up a lot of points to kickers. I've been noticing that they give up a lot of points to kickers. So he plays for the Falcons, I believe. And the Falcons score a lot of points. They might not win the game, but they'll score 50 points.
They'll score 50 and then might give up the lead.
Right.
And lose. But still a lot of points.
And my defense for the week, the Miami Dolphins, they play the Jets. That's enough said. So you're what, 5-0?
I'm 5-0 in that league.
Man, that's pretty solid, huh?
It's pretty solid,
So you're the fantasy expert here, huh?
I would say that. I mean, I'd say I had a good draft. Because I haven't really made a lot of moves in the waivers.
Right. Me either.
Unless I had to, like with the injury.
I don't pay attention to Yahoos because I don't really like the Yahoo.
I pay attention to
app.
it because it's the only one I'm in.
Right. Well, I think I'm 3-2 in one league. I'm 4-1 in the other, and then I'm 1-4 in that one.
I'll tell you what, man. Back in week 1, you remember, I was about to drop Odell. He scored 2 points. I was like, you know what? He did this kind of last year, too. I don't think he's going to have a great year.
He's having a good year.
Scored like 40 points 1 week for me. I'm glad it didn't get rid of him.
He's having a pretty decent year, and it's kind of wild. People are still throwing his name into some trade talks.
I don't know, man. I'd keep him.
His name's always in the mix at the trade deadline. AJ Green's in the mix. Who, I don't know, man. Do you want to see the Bears make any moves at the deadline?
I don't really see anything right now. I would have loved to see him pick up Le'Veon Bell, just to try it.
Yeah.
And since Cohen's out for the year,
Right.
But I wasn't even even after before the list was cut of who Le'Veon Bell was looking at, I didn't really expect them to make that move because they never make that move. But I don't know. I think they just need to figure out the whole quarterback thing.
Figure out the quarterback situation before they get into anything else.
I'd say priority 1, figure out what to do with Trubisky, and then A-Rob. It's got to be.
Jets are about to trade their whole team. About to trade Quinnen Williams. They just drafted him last year. He's not bad. I mean, he's not really panning out, I don't think, the way we wanted to, but he's not bad. I'd like to hold on to him for a little bit longer. Trying to trade Brian Poole, Jameson Crowder. Jameson Crowder's played in 3 games this year, and he's had 100 yards in all 3 of those games. About the only good receiver you've got. We drop a lot of passes, man. I think trade Chris Herndon. I'd say maybe trade Brian Poole. He's a good slot corner, though.
Yeah.
And I don't have an issue with that. He's just not a good number 1 corner. That's the same with Jameson Crowder. He's a good slot receiver. He would be amazing if we kept him and just put him in the slot. He's just not a number 1 receiver, and it's the way she goes sometimes.
It's the way the cookie crumbles.
Jets are just bad, man.
Sometimes you just have to accept that.
You talked about baseball. You talked about football. We've got a lot to talk about in basketball this week.
That's right. So, while we were away, the Lakers finally put away the Heat to win the 2020 finals. LeBron got his 4th ring, number 4,
Finals MVP.
with 3 different teams.
4th Finals MVP as well.
Correct. So, of course, naturally, the debate of LeBron versus MJ for the greatest basketball player of all time has sparked up again.
That's wild to me. But before we do that, I want to say Jimmy Butler, man.
Jimmy Butler, man.
I hated you. But after seeing what you've done in the playoffs, man, I respect you. I do respect you. You're a stud,
Literally gave everything.
Absolutely.
And the crazy part is the day after they lose, he's back in the gym.
He's in the gym working out, man. That dude's a stud. That dude's a workhorse.
Yeah.
Jimmy Butler, bless up to you.
There was definitely questions about him, his like locker room leadership and all that whenever he was bouncing around teams there for a while. But people pointed out, he went to the Timberwolves. They made the playoffs.
That was a rough team.
They made the playoffs.
Yeah.
Where else did he go?
He went to the
76ers. They made the playoffs.
Yeah, and we're a buzzer beater away.
Yeah, made a deeper run than
finals.
what they did this year. And then with the Heat, take them to the finals.
Right.
So obviously that says something about Jimmy Butler.
We'll get back to the Heat in a minute. Anyways, LeBron or MJ, it's still MJ. Let's be real.
I've always thought in my head that once LeBron gets 6 rings, it could be a debate, but I still don't think so.
I don't think it's a debate.
Because here's why. Here's the big reason for me. Michael Jordan has still done more
10 years.
In less seasons.
10 seasons. LeBron's played 15, and he's done so much more.
In my eyes, Michael Jordan could have won so many more.
If he would have never left the game
If he would have never retired the first time,
they probably would have won 9 championships in a row.
Nobody else could have done that.
No.
Not LeBron.
Nope.
Nobody.
And I don't even want to hear the Bill Russell thing because, yeah, he's awesome, but there were 8 teams in the league.
Yeah.
Let's be real here.
And Bill Russell had a very good team.
Bill Russell also had a really, 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 really good team. Very good team.
Yes.
So, I don't want to hear the Bill Russell crap. Bill Russell, I mean, he's a great player.
He's one of the greatest, but still, it's Michael Jordan. No question.
I think for a long time it will be Michael Jordan.
Yes.
I don't see anyone in the league right now that will be able to take his spot as the greatest of all time. I know people are going to hate that because people want LeBron to be the greatest of all time.
Yeah.
He's not the greatest player of all time. And here's my issue. People think that when we say LeBron's not the greatest of all time, that we're trashing LeBron James.
He's still a great player.
He's still a top 3 player to ever pick up a basketball.
Got drafted to Cleveland.
Yes. Let him do a title run.
Yeah. Well, before that, got drafted to Cleveland. Took a team that really didn't have anybody. Took him to, I know he took him to an Eastern Conference Finals. I don't know if he took him to an NBA Finals.
He took him to the NBA Finals in 2008.
Okay. Goes to the Heat. Wins 2 championships with them.
Right.
Goes back to Cleveland. Wins a championship in his second year.
Right.
With not really they had Kyrie, but it was young Kyrie, not really.
Kevin Love.
Yeah.
Kyrie
They brought
Kyrie had a good year though.
Kyrie did have a good year.
That was a
year
good
they
team.
won the championship.
Kevin Love also, I believe, was an All-Star that year. They had a good squad that year.
Then he goes to the Lakers, team that wasn't good. But then, they bring in AD. I call it the LeBron effect. You bring in greatness is going to follow to win a championship.
You buy a ring.
Yeah. I mean, that's the way it is.
They bought that ring, let's be real.
Yeah. But
that's just the way
you get LeBron, that's what happens.
Yeah. I mean, that's fair. It's kind of wild that people were wanting to trade him last year.
Yeah.
That's kind of insane to me.
So, yeah. I mean, LeBron is still... there can be a debate about him being number 2.
Yeah.
I think...
He's not number 1.
No, he's not number 1.
He's not number 1. And in my eyes, he will never be the greatest player of all time. I don't think there's anything he can do to be the greatest player of all time. I'm not hating on LeBron James. People want to pin that on us. When people say that Michael Jordan's better than LeBron James, you're like,
yeah, we're not questioning his greatness.
You guys find every reason to hate LeBron James. We don't. We hate it because you force LeBron James down our throats when he's not even the greatest player of all time.
Yeah.
You want him to be so bad. God, he's not. He's 4-6 in the finals.
Right. Yeah.
That's bonkers to me. That is insane to me. And hearing some of the arguments that are said are just stupid.
Yeah, it's
absolutely stupid, man.
It's still MJ for me.
It will always be MJ for me. Unless 20 years from now there's a guy, Rafe Garrett, that is just popping off in the NBA.
Well, I can tell you that's not going to happen.
Your NBA dream is...
I'm banking on the podcast nowadays.
Come on. We need some likes. we need everything that we can get. Rafe is banking on the pod now.
No. Not really.
I think the pod could pop off, man.
I think it could get there.
I think it could pop off.
What, 230 views basically?
Right.
In our first week.
Yeah.
Our first
it could grow.
First published episode on the YouTube.
When that happens though, when I see the 30 subs and I see the 230 views, that just makes me want to get in here.
Yeah.
It makes me want to
That's
shoot
what
every
I was
single
thinking
day.
about that. I was like, man, I know you and I would do this if nobody was watching us just because we like doing this.
Yeah.
But the fact that people are like watching us and liking it and supporting it just makes me want to do it even more.
Like some of these conversations are some of the conversations that we actually have. Like we're sitting here talking and you guys are watching us talk.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
It's just cool to see. It's just awesome to see. Just how much the community supports each other.
Yeah.
It's awesome. I love the city. I love the community. I love everything about it.
Talked about that last episode, it was like they came through yet again in a different way, but the same way all at once.
Yeah,
that's some deep stuff for you to think about. That was a power
keep in
thought.
mind, we posted that Monday, so in 5 days.
It hasn't even been a full week, so.
We're averaging like 6 subscribers a day. I'll take that.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, I'm looking at this next one to not get us 30 subscribers.
Yeah, we're brand new,
But
still,
make sure I posting the links on Facebook.
Yeah.
Make sure you guys share it. Make sure you guys come and watch. Come
share
hang
it.
out.
Get people to watch it, enjoy it.
We'd love to have you here.
If there's something you don't like, tell us, please, because we would appreciate that.
We want to
so we know how to improve it.
We want to start taking some clips out of this and posting them.
Yeah, on our social medias stuff.
YouTube, Instagram, Facebook.
I think we got a couple clips today already.
God, we've got some clips. The whole mic deal.
The whole mic thing falling off, That was fun.
That took us off the tracks, huh?
Yep.
Got got rim shot on here. I didn't feel like clicking it though, to be honest with you.
We need to figure out the soundboard so we can execute
It's
it.
been 2
perfect it.
weeks.
Yeah.
It's been 2 weeks.
Yeah,
I've
pretty much.
forgotten everything. So that was why I just kind of did it myself.
Yeah.
But, yeah, the amount of times I've watched the podcast, because my mom watched it. Mr. Oxley was watching it in class one day.
Yeah.
And so, like, I'm sitting there and I'm just listening to me talk, and I'm like, man, these are not good, dude. It's not that they're not good. It's just like we're new to it. We're still kind of learning how some things work and stuff. So,
back to the NBA real quick. The Rockets general manager.
hi. Just go ahead. That'll make sense later.
Okay.
Daryl Morey.
Yeah, Daryl Morey, the Rockets general manager. He's stepped down. So now the big question is, do the Rockets start rebuilding? They've got Harden, they've got Westbrook. Those are their two big main stars.
Speaking of big, they don't have bigs.
They don't have bigs.
They went all in on
Daryl
small
Morey.
ball.
I'll tell you what, though. It worked better than I expected it would.
I told you it would work, dude.
You did tell me. I didn't believe in it.
I told you it would work. And
I still don't think it'll win a championship.
I thought it could win him a title, but it didn't. I think, do you rebuild? Maybe you try something this year. Maybe you go and sign a guy this year for just experiment, just to see.
I think you have to look at the market, see what's available.
Yeah, just you never know, man. You could bring a guy in and you could be right back there. You got Russell Westbrook, who had a great year. You had James Harden, who had a great year. You know, I think you need to go get some guys, get some depth. If you want to play small ball, play small ball. I don't care. I think that's the future of the NBA.
It's always tough whenever you have big stars like that, like James Harden, and it just feels like you can't break through.
Yeah.
That's kind of like the way the Thunder were for
Right.
a while. They had KD and Westbrook, and they made the finals that one year. But then, I mean, they'd make the playoffs pretty much every year, but just couldn't win the big one.
Yeah. I feel like that's kind of look at the Pacers, for example, that just
the Celtics have been like that for a while now.
Pacers are the king of first-round exits, man.
I think that's the hardest decision to make as a general manager. Whenever you have solid franchise pieces,
but it's just not working.
Yeah,
you know, it's like the Pacers this year. The Pacers have no first-round pick this year.
Yeah. Do
you trade into the first round? And if that means trading Victor Oladipo or Miles Turner, do you do it?
I think it depends. I think obviously it depends on the draft class. If you think there's somebody there who
your guy is there,
give
up everything you want. Especially if you're in a Pacers situation where you're first round.
If you're really committed to rebuilding, it's a no-brainer.
I saw a trade. Bleacher Report made a little mock trade that gave up Victor Oladipo and Aaron Holiday for the number 1 overall pick and some other guy.
Oh yeah, especially if you get a number 1 overall pick.
I'd do that in a heartbeat. You get Anthony Edwards or LaMelo Ball. You know.
I'll tell you, I'm expecting the Thunder to blow it up and go complete rebuild this year.
That's what we thought last year too.
Yeah, I was expecting them to do it last year. But I mean, if we're being honest, this isn't a championship team.
No, I think you need to get off Steven Adams.
Yeah, I think Steven Adams and
Chris
CP3
Paul,
and Danilo Gallinari. I think you'll see them. He's a free agent this year, so I won't expect them to re-sign him.
That's right.
He's not really young, but he's not like old either.
And he's a good player. He's a good bench player. If you want to bring him off the bench, he could start for you if you need him to start. I think that's a good guy that a lot of teams I think will target.
I think the question really on keeping or letting go is Dennis Schroeder. I like him, but I don't know. It's obviously you're going to keep Shea.
Is Shea 6'5"?
I'm not sure.
6'6",
somewhere
like
around there. I think he can play one guard or two guard.
What's wrong with him moving him to the 2? Dennis Schroeder
I wouldn't be mad at them keeping Schroeder, but he's not. Again, it's just getting young guys in. He's not the youngest, but
Roberson's got to go. I've never been an Andre Roberson fan.
I've liked him for his defense. I think because the year he got hurt, we had Melo and PG-13. That's when we had those two guys with Russ, and the Thunder were like the number 1 defensive team in the league with Roberson out there. So obviously he's a great defensive guy. Offense wasn't there at all, but I didn't have a problem with him. And then he returned this year finally. I think it was after like 2 years of being out, and he showed signs of offensive improvement. He was making threes, something he wasn't even thinking about doing beforehand. I don't know. I think probably it is time. I think his time's over. Unfortunately, I think that injury kind of just took out any chances of him continuing in the league even, possibly. I hope not. I hope he stays in the league because he's a great defensive player. But, yeah, I'm wanting the Thunder to just completely go rebuild. They have a ton of draft picks.
Right.
And
oh, my gosh.
A ton of draft picks.
Should I turn the ring light on?
It's okay. I don't think it even makes a difference.
I don't think it makes a difference either. I was just thinking about it, too.
Well.
We did have to, like, when our original setup was going to be turn the lights off and get some natural light in here plus a ring light, and it looked kind of good, but the lights on kind of made it look whatever. So.
Yeah. It's okay, though.
It is what it is.
That's fine.
But, yeah. What else we got on the itinerary today, Rafe? Anything?
I don't know. I don't even want to waste time on wrestling.
Oh God! Thank you, God. Thank you, God.
Okay, dude. My one talking point that I like every week, and you don't even like it.
Just kidding, dude. It's just a prank, dude.
Okay, dude. Relax. I was just saying. I was going along with the bit.
I think that. Oh man. I don't want to waste time on wrestling either.
Don't watch WWE. That's all I'm telling you.
We've spent 46 minutes on sports.
You can watch AEW if you want.
We've got volleyball sectionals today.
Volleyball sectional is today, happening right now, I think.
Actually,
right?
Yes, it is happening right now. It's actually probably over by now.
Yeah, probably. So we don't really know the results on that yet. Hopefully they won.
Hopefully they played Springs Valley.
Okay.
That's the sectional
Where
favorite
was it
at Springs Valley.
Ooh, that's
sectional favorite.
That could be tough sometimes.
Springs Valley beat Wood Memorial on Tuesday. But we had a lot of players out, quarantine, gone.
Right.
We have 8 players today, so hopefully, they could pull one out for the.
Yeah. That'd be huge.
That would be big, man.
Yeah.
Be big if you could pick up a big win,
especially against the host team.
Especially against the host team, the sectional favorite.
Yeah.
It'd be pretty cool, man.
That would be very cool.
It'd be very cool, and I would, I'm all here for it.
Oh yeah.
I'm 100% all here for it. So, oh shoot, my mom's texting me. Are you going to the parade? I gotta, mom.
Right. Yeah. It's mom. Moms can't. What am I gonna try and say here? I don't know. You can't put mom on hold.
Hey, Mom.
For the podcast.
Mom's probably watching the pod right now.
Probably.
So, how you doing?
I think my parents watched it. I don't know.
Your dad said he watched it for about 10, 15 minutes, so he is long gone.
He's not here anymore.
He is
long gone.
My
mom and my sisters might be. Grayson might be.
Grayson. Hi, Grayson.
Grayson was watching it on the TV.
Grayson was watching on TV. Jay
on
said he
Monday
was
night.
Pointing at us. Talking. That's adorable.
Yeah.
I love Grayson.
Cool. What else we got?
What else do we have on the itinerary?
What do we got?
That's what I'm saying. About? Leave us some topics down below.
Yeah, man. What do you want to hear us talk about?
Like we talked about sports for 45 minutes.
Yeah, I'm sure there's some things you guys don't.
You guys aren't all about sports.
Yeah, I'm sure there's other interests. We have other interests. We just we're not really well versed in everything. Sports, we watch sports all the time, so we can talk about that pretty easy.
I know we want to stay kind of out of the politics realm.
Right.
But Amy Coney Barrett.
Yeah, that's a big thing happening right now. We do like to talk about current events.
Yeah. I love politics, but obviously you got to leave politics off.
Yeah.
The pod.
We don't want to put views. We want you to make your views based on what you like.
Amy Coney Barrett.
Not that we would influence you in any way.
I want to talk about this. Do you think? Now we're kind of treading lightly on the political line.
We're trying to stay as neutral as possible here.
I am.
Keep that in mind.
Because obviously I have my views about it. You probably have yours as well.
Yeah.
Do you think that this is unconstitutional to put her in?
I'll tell you, I don't think so.
I don't either.
Just based on the fact that a president's term is 4 years.
This has happened 29 times.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't matter who. I don't care who the president is, if it's their job to do their job for 4 years. Even though it's an election year.
It's happened 29 times that we have nominated a justice in an election year. The reason that some people are saying that it is unconstitutional, a lot of the time it is solely because they just don't like her. I've seen people argue it, try to debate it. It's because they don't like her, which that doesn't prove anything. You might not like her, but I mean that doesn't mean it's unconstitutional because you don't like her.
Right.
But no, I think the hearings are going on way too long because I don't want to see it last long like it did with Justice Kavanaugh, and then it just blow up and lot of stuff hit the fan, false accusations happen, and then you get into some trouble, and it ruins you.
Yeah.
So that's why I wanted to be quicker. People were like, oh, this is moving too quick or moving too quick. No, we're not moving fast enough with it. Get her in there. But do you think that if she gets in, do you think, let's say Joe Biden wins, do you think that the court will be packed?
I don't know.
I think they pack the court.
I don't know. He won't say.
I know he won't say. Oh, my God. Dude, Trevor Lawrence,
Oh, what happened?
first half.
Did he pop off?
391 yards and 5 touchdowns in the first half.
First half.
In the first half.
Pick him up on your fantasy team, ladies and gentlemen.
Jets, Jets.
So you're all in on tank for Trevor now.
The Jets are. There's a
No, are you all in on it
high
now?
up Jets exec that says that the Jets are all in on tank.
Are you all in for it though?
There's a high up executive saying
No. I remember a couple weeks ago you were. Are you all in on tank for
Don't
Trevor?
put me in this position.
I just
Don't
want to
put me in
know.
this position. So I guess if I'm hesitating,
I
guess-
mean,
I
you
guess the answer is
say
no.
Sam Darnold's going.
I say
you
Sam
say he's getting
Darnold's-
traded.
I say Sam Darnold's got 1 foot out the door.
So is it tank for Trevor time? He just what a half.
Who's he playing?
What
Let's see who
half?
he's even playing at this point. Georgia Tech.
Hey,
That's stud though.
1 half though. That's like Arch Manning the other week.
He's a stud too.
High school footballer.
He's a year younger than me, and look at him. I'm here
What,
shooting
he's
a freaking podcast.
He's the
with you.
nephew of
See the
Eli
nephew?
and Peyton. I think both of them.
Yes, he's
He's the other brother's son.
Is his name Cooper?
I don't know.
I don't know either. I don't
He's,
really care.
I don't know. He's related to the Mannings.
right. He
is a Manning.
Kind of wild that he's a year younger than me, and he's out
here
slinging it.
footballs
And I'm
like it's
sitting
nobody's
here-
business.
I'm sitting here shooting a podcast with,
Oh, okay. So
you know,
okay. All right. Okay.
I don't see the issue. But am I all in for tank for Trevor?
Are you all in for tank for Trevor?
I mean, Trevor Lawrence is a stud. Don't get me wrong, but I don't think it matters
I guess-
who we put in there. We're kind of stuck.
Okay, fair enough.
That's my thing. What are we talking about? Do you think they pack the court?
I don't know. I don't like talking about politics. I feel like I'm gonna make somebody mad. I think, okay, honestly, forget my views, right? Just based on how Joe Biden answers the questions, I think they will.
I think they will also pack the court. I think
Just because he doesn't want to say
I
it.
think that,
And I think he
again,
knows it's wrong, but he
putting
doesn't want to say it.
political views out the window, I think packing the court is a bad thing, because I think it starts something very bad.
Yeah.
Joe Biden is a Democrat. If he packs the court, he's probably going to put 10 Democrats in there. Let's say in 2024, a Republican gets in there. They're just going to do the same thing. They're going to put 10 Republicans in there. They're going to pack it. It's just going to continue on and on.
I will
and on
say
and on
one
and
thing, though. Even if he is going to, just say what your plan is.
Yeah.
Like
let voters know what you're doing.
Yeah.
You need to let voters know what is
that could be
going
an
on.
important,
That could be very important to
either
someone.
maybe it brings somebody to vote for you, maybe somebody supports that. Who knows? Maybe
Right.
somebody doesn't.
And a lot of people care about it, too.
Yeah.
A lot of people from both sides kind of want to know what you're going to do. Are you going to pack the court?
It's
Or are you
just,
not going to pack the court?
it's just kind of shady whenever you don't really answer.
Right.
And I'm sure there's questions that Trump hasn't answered, and
Oh, yeah, for sure.
it just say your points of view
Yeah.
so people can look at the policies and not worry about feelings or who you like or who you don't like. Just look at policies. I think that's the best way to look at
I
it.
just don't think the Supreme Court should be political. I think it should be based on the Constitution, which I think is another reason I like Amy Coney Barrett.
Yeah. I think
She's very constitutionalist.
just from things that I've seen, I haven't watched everything of all the hearings, obviously, but
Right.
yeah, I feel like she's pretty straightforward with everything.
Her
and-
notepad, man. She
yeah,
had
I heard.
nothing written down
I didn't
on her
see it, but I
notepad.
heard.
Nothing.
Yeah,
Had the U.S. Senate tag at the top of it, that
Yeah.
everyone had on theirs, but she had nothing on her notepad.
yeah.
So there was a guy, his name was Sheldon Whitehouse or something like that. That for 10 minutes was just sitting here talking about a conspiracy theory, putting up slides of things, just remarking on the papers, talking about a conspiracy theory,
Yeah.
and didn't even ask a question. She was just sitting there the whole time,
Is there a question? Yeah,
I thought it was pretty funny.
I don't know.
But yeah, I think Who do you think wins the election, man?
I don't know. I think it's close. I don't know, man. I don't know.
I think
you can't listen to polls.
I don't
You
pay
can't-
attention to polls.
You
at
can't
all.
listen to news networks.
No.
You really can't trust anything.
I don't listen to polls at all because
the polls are
November
gonna-
3rd.
The polls are going to tell you what whoever made the poll wants you to hear.
Right. Exactly. November 3rd, we'll find out what the poll actually looks like, and
That's going to be the final result. And even then, there might be some questions with mail-in voting and stuff, with some things that have happened. But at the end of the day,
right,
that's going to be the election. That's going to be who wins.
I don't agree with mail-in voting though. Listen, like, if you won the lottery right now, Rafe, would you mail in your ticket?
Right. Yeah, I mean, I obviously questioned it at first, but whenever they started finding ballots, in like trash cans and stuff, it's kind of hard to support that.
Right.
Like, I don't know.
Right. It's definitely it's going to be an interesting election as a whole. I hope that whichever way it goes, I hope that it is a fair one. I hope that it is an even one. And,
obviously, you hope it's fair because even it's not just Trump's ballots being thrown out. Maybe there's, I don't know how they would know, but maybe there's a Trump supporter or
a Trump supporter in there counting the ballots,
and they throw out Biden ballots. Yeah, so
you just never know.
You just hope it's as fair as it can be.
That's
and
what I want.
Whoever actually wins it.
I just want to know who the president is.
Yeah,
November.
I'm kind of over the whole election thing.
Yeah,
I'm at the point where it's like, okay, let's just get it over with.
Yeah, people have started voting. I think
early voting's open in some places.
My parents have voted.
I still need to vote.
You do need to vote.
I do need to vote.
No, I'm just kidding.
I know.
Joe Jorgensen's got my vote.
I'm not sure who that is.
I'm not gonna lie. He's an independent candidate.
Oh, okay.
You want to hear some Joe Jorgensen? What she wants to do?
Let's hear some policies.
She wants to eliminate all taxes.
Hey,
no more taxes.
Sounds like a great idea to me.
It sounds like a great idea.
Sounds like a great idea. Who's going to pay for it, though?
That's what I'm saying.
That's the question.
She also wants to end, like, voting.
Oh, so like no more elections?
No, like it's household voting. So each house gets one ballot.
Oh, interesting. I'm not going to lie to you. Not all families agree on political matters. Believe it or not.
Oh, man, she's crazy.
Some Thanksgivings can get pretty wild.
Right. Speaking of Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving's coming up.
I can't wait. We've not been together as a family since Christmas.
I know. It kind of, sometimes it's like that, though. Easter, we kind of get it together on Easter.
Yeah, but like everyone's there on Easter.
Yeah.
We have everyone there on Christmas, Thanksgiving, Easter, and then we'd cook out on like Labor Day or something like that. We used to, not really much anymore, but
yeah. I always look forward to Thanksgiving and Christmas.
I do as well.
I was listening to the radio one weekend. I was coming home from school, and they were like, "All right, you guys can answer this in the comments too. The 2 fall holidays, Halloween and Thanksgiving. You can only get rid of one. Which one are you getting rid of?"
Probably Thanksgiving.
Really, Thanksgiving?
Yeah, it leaves more time to prep for Christmas.
I said Halloween.
November 1, the Christmas tree's going up. So
I said Halloween because number one, I love to eat. So Thanksgiving's, easily already one of my top holidays. But Halloween, I don't really dress up.
Well,
anymore.
no, but I just love scary. Like Halloween's cool.
Halloween is cool. I don't really like getting scared. I don't go to haunted houses. I don't watch scary movies.
I'd like to go to some haunted houses this year.
But the thing that topped it off for me, I was like, okay. So in our family, Thanksgiving's like the pre-show to Christmas, right? It's like the kickoff show. We go over to grandma's. We have our Thanksgiving dinner.
Mm-hmm.
We play some games,
right,
and we're like, in a month, it's the main event.
Right.
We're gonna be here 2 days in a row.
We got the pre-show, which is Thanksgiving, Christmas Eve, which is the undercard, Christmas Day,
main event.
We're there for all day.
Where we finish up any games we started on Christmas Eve.
Oh yeah. We get a little pool golf going. I'm pretty good at golf, actually, if you didn't know that.
I forgot about pool golf. We need some. Who are you looking at? Who's that meant for?
I'm just looking at the camera. I'm pretty good at golf.
Golf.
Yeah.
Is there something I'm missing here?
No.
No. Okay.
I just don't want my mom to go to the comments.
Oh.
Say you suck at golf, Jhett. I don't suck at golf.
Mini golf, I'm assuming.
I'm a pretty solid mini golf player.
I'll tell you what. I've only beat my dad like one time in mini golf. It's so frustrating.
I beat my whole family. Not my whole family. I beat my 3 brothers. 2019, and this last year, Dad decided to play. Dude, I get so mad when I play mini golf. It's not mad. I don't get mad at anyone else. I get mad at myself.
Yeah.
Because I miss easy putts. And I'm like,
I'll tell you, here's what happens, right? For me, personally, whenever we're on vacation, doing mini golf is a vacation tradition for any time. It doesn't matter where we go. If there's a mini golf place, we're doing it. Anyway, I'll get out to a good lead early, right? And I'm like, okay, here we go. I'm beating Dad.
Heck
right?
yeah.
I got it in my head. I'm 2 strokes ahead of him, right? And that's the problem. I know that I'm 2 strokes ahead, and I'm like, I got to hit this. Yeah. And Dad's just, you know, he's like Nick Foles, cool, calm, and collected.
Yeah.
He's from behind, but, you know.
He's just sitting there. He's laughing.
He's like,
because he's seen this movie before.
Yeah.
He's seen it before.
Literally every time. And I choke the lead, miss the easy putts, and I start fuming. Not on the outside, but definitely on the inside. Right. And I'm like, here we go again.
My thing is, what I do is I usually stay neck and neck with everyone.
Yeah.
And I'm like a stroke or 2 behind, and then I get to like hole 7 or 8, maybe even 9 sometimes, and I'll fall behind 2 or 3. And then I get to about hole 11, and I have a really bad hole, and I fall behind 6 strokes. And then it's like, oh, well, at that point, I'm already ticked off. And like I get really mad at myself because I'm like, dude, it's an easy putt. Hit it.
It's kind of crazy because like the trick to mini golf is not trying.
Yeah.
My sister's won like 1 time in the history of her life. She's beaten me and Dad. And she won, but she was like mad, right? So like she was over the game because she was behind. So she just would go up there and just
Bria?
Yeah. So she would just go up there and hit it. And she just wins. She like got like 3 hole-in-ones. It was crazy.
It's kind of nuts, actually.
So just don't try anytime you're playing mini golf. You'll win.
That's kind of nuts.
I think that's the cheat code.
I'm gonna try that. Dude, you know what I was thinking?
I say I want to try it, but I just try every time because I want to win.
Yeah, it'd be really cool. Excuse me. If we, when we go to Florida, if we all stay in like the same house, we get a big freaking house, dude.
Man, we've talked about that before. I know, dude.
Melton.
Yeah.
Chris Rowe and Haley are going. Dude, if we get all of us in a house, it'd be wild.
And then we like go do mini golfs, do some top golfs.
Oh my god.
Top golf is so fun. It's so fun.
I've never played before.
It's another
play.
Yeah.
Like as a baseball player, I'd go out there and rip it.
See, I thought I would just absolutely smash balls at Top Golf. Like no, I just hit them. They go right in the net.
Like, you know, on Wii Sports.
Yeah, yeah, definitely just like Wii Sports.
Oh man, it's off the tracks, man. A good one today.
3rd episode.
Episode 3, Volume 3. Not a bad one today though.
3rd episode in what? 5 weeks.
3rd episode in 5 weeks. Well.
Yeah.
Yeah, but actually, if you think about it,
I'm thinking about it.
Well, I guess we just did release 2 this past week. So you've seen 3 episodes in like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
But we've shot 3 and 5, and we might come in and shoot 1 tomorrow.
We might have a filler episode tomorrow. We don't know yet. We don't know what we'll talk about on that one because we've already talked. We might talk about some football games that have happened.
Right.
Depending on when we come into.
Could come after football. I'm on my fall break next week.
I'm not. I don't get a fall break.
That's what we were talking. Mom was asking me about is if you did get a fall break.
No, I don't.
So I guess I just answered your question, Mom.
It got canceled because of COVID, but I do get out a little earlier than what the semester would have. November 24th is the last day of classes.
Nice, dude.
It's the day before Thanksgiving, I think.
I don't know. What day is Thanksgiving?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's the
November the 26th is Thanksgiving.
So 2 days before Thanksgiving.
Right. So you'll be home to come to the first Candleton High School game of the year, huh?
Maybe. I don't know. It depends on what my basketball schedule's like, too.
I guess you're right.
Because I'll probably have to stay a little bit after Thanksgiving, too, for games. I don't know what the schedule's like. I don't know if it'll be any different because of COVID or what.
Right. I'm pumped, man. We got next week's show, which you might see. We might record that tomorrow. And then after that, a whole Halloween themed episode.
A little Halloween theme. Hopefully we can shoot that one too.
That would be dope.
Again, still don't know my schedule. But
Right.
yeah, we're planning on a Halloween themed episode to record on Halloween
That'd be dope.
because we'll be in here. It would be on a Saturday.
I just hope to God that you do come home, because if we do shoot one tomorrow, we'll have one for next week.
Right.
We won't have one
And
for the
then,
week after.
yeah.
Maybe I'll come in here and shoot one by myself.
Maybe.
Would you guys like it? Would you guys like an off the tracks with Jett?
How does this look?
It's off the tracks. It's Jett. Rafe's not here today.
Maybe I'll just call in. I'll put a mask on and you can FaceTime me, right?
I don't like this
You
already.
can FaceTime
I kind
me.
of like this idea.
And you'll
me.
or like you can put me on a computer.
I kind of like just me, to be honest.
No, you're not kicking me out of this. That's
I
not
kind of
happening.
like just me. I think
Nope.
we'll let the comments decide.
No, not happening.
It's off the tracks with Jett.
I control the comments. I can delete them.
If you delete my comments, I swear to gosh.
Let me scoot back in here. This is better. I think people like this better.
I guess we'll find out.
Be careful with that. It'll fall off.
It's off the tracks. It's been fun.
We'll see you next week.
Peace.